Alright, good day everyone. So welcome back to our video discussion. And of course, this video discussion is intended for MMS1, MMS2, and MMS3. And of course, kasali na po dyan ng HRS1 and HRS2. Okay, today we were going to discuss about the marketing environment. Kasi on the first portion, we were able to discuss what is the principles of marketing and all. So at this point of time, we're going to dig deeper about the marketing environment. So what is marketing environment? Okay, so let me read, sundan na lang sa inyong mga modules. So marketing environment is the actors and forces outside marketing that affect marketing management ability to build and maintain successful relationships with target customers. It is made up of micro-environment and macro-environment. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabing marketing environment, ito yung mga participants na kasali sa process or bumubuo sa tinatawag natin na marketing or sa inyong company alone. Okay? Because the marketing environment, nakaka-apekto siya sa tinatawag natin na ability to build, the same time to maintain successful relationship with our target customers. Okay. Now, kasasabi ko kanina na pag sinabing marketing management, it consists of two. So we have micro-environment and the macro-environment. Let us first discuss the micro-environment. Pag sinabing micro-environment, it consists of the actors close to the company that affect the ability to serve its customers. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga participants or yung mga bagay-bagay na close to the company na pwedeng maka-apekto sa tinatawag nito, sa ating capability to serve our customers. So, what are those actors of micro-environment? Okay? So, we have 6 actors na present sa atong micro-environment. Okay. The first one is of course what we call the company alone. Yung company mismo natin. Okay? Marketers must work harmony with other company departments to create customer value and relationship. So, ibig sabihin dito, sa loob ng ating company, so dapat may tinatawag tayong rapport or relationship from one department to another department. Dapat magkakasundo ang lahat-lahat ng yan. Of course, for us to be able to create customer satisfaction, of course, relationship to each other. Alright? That's why it's important na within the company, merong harmonious relationship to each other. Okay? After company is, of course, or what we called suppliers. Pag sinabing suppliers, of course, ito yung mga nagpo-provide ng ating mga raw materials to produce our goods and services. Okay? Bakit siya nasali yung ating supplier sa tinatawag na microenvironment ng marketing? Of course, kasi if ever na ang ating supplier, may mga times kasi na nagkakaroon ng shortages sa pag-deliver ng mga raw materials, then may mga delays and all. So, pwede siya mag-lead to what we called yung tinatawag na customer dissatisfaction. Kasi nga, in-expect ng tao na ganito on time natin mabibigay yung ating mga produkto or ating services, but it so happened na hindi meet ng ating supplier yung ating mga deadlines and all. So, it will lead them to in that kind of situation. Okay? Next, number 3 is of course the marketing intermediaries. Marketing intermediaries, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga someone or something in between from the producer towards our customers. Okay, for example, our resellers, our distributors, and other agencies na ginagamit natin para yung supply o kumbaga yung flow ng ating mga products and services mas madaling mapaabot sa ating mga target customers. That's why nasali sila sa tinatawag na micro-environment ng marketing. Okay, pwede rin yung mga wholesalers, basta yung mga anything that in between from the manufacturer towards our target customer. Those are the marketing intermediaries. From the word intermediaries, yung mga taong nasa gitna from the manufacturer to our target customer. Okay? Next, number 4 is of course, ito siya, ang tinatawag nating competitor. Kasali of course siya sa microenvironment. Bakit siya nakasali sa ating tinatawag na microenvironment sa marketing? Kasi nga, if sa isang business, pag walang competition, hindi siya challenging sa ating part. Kasi pag present ang competitor class, always natin nilalagay sa ating mind, of course, we have to make the best better. If we think our competitor provides satisfaction to our customers, kailangan natin higitan yon. That's why nabubuhay ang kumpanya sa competition. So we have to make the best better. Kung sa tingin natin best yung ating competitor, so kailangan natin maging mas best pa sa kailang binibigyan ng satisfaction sa ating customer. Alright? That's why it's very important to know our competitors. Next, number 5 is of course the publics. Ano ba itong publics na tinatawag? Pag sinabing publics naman, ito yung any group that has an actual or potential interest or impact on the organization's ability to achieve its objective. So, ibig sabihin yung mga tao around us na pwede makapag-influence sa ating organization to achieve our organizational objectives. Okay, so we have 4 under the publics. The first one is of course the financial publics. So pag sinabing financial publics, these are the groups that influences the company's ability to obtain funds. So therefore, sila yung mga organization din mismo na or mga companies na able na nagpapahiram sa atin ng mga funds, nagpo-provide ng ating mga capital and all. For example, the banks, the investment analysts, the stockholders, yun yung mga major natin ng mga financial publics. Kasi nga, for example, yung tinatawag na investment analyst. So, sa kanilang knowledge, pwede tayo makakuha ng mga tulong sa kanila on how to run our business, how to manage our business, and all. That's right. Next is the media publics. Pag sinabing media publics naman, this is the group that carries news, features, editorial, opinions, and all. So, it includes, of course, pag sinabing media, alam nyo na yon, yung mga newspaper, the magazines, our televisions, the internet, and of course, the other one, yung very uso ngayon, yung tinatawag na mga blogger and vlogger. So, mag-ibang bagay ang blogger sa vlogger, right? I hope you know the difference between blog and vlog. Pag sinabing blog, it's a writing, right? It's full on words. Pag sinabi namang vlog, it's a video plus blog. So, that's why yung mga writings, ginagawa siya ng video. That's why nagiging vlogs. Gonna hope alam niyo yung bagay na yon. Next is of course our government publics. Management must take government developments into account. Marketers must often consult companies' lawyers on issues of product safety, truth in advertising, and of course, other matters. Pag sinabing government publics class, which is very important sa isang company, so from time to time, we need to consult, we need to double check our services, our goods, our guidelines if hindi niya ba nababangga yung tinatawag natin na government publics natin. Okay? Next is of course the citizen action publics or citizen action public. A company's marketing decision may be questioned by consumer organizations, environmental groups, minority groups, and others. Its public relations department can help it stay in touch with consumers and citizen group. Pag citizen action naman class, that's why kung if you are observant sa bawat company, meron talagang isang tinatawag na public relation officer. Of course, the main purpose of that public relation officer, sila yung may actual or may close contact sa mga tao sa paligid. For example, sa environmentalist, kasi may mga issues na dapat hindi natin mababangga when we decide to create a certain product certain services or to build a company. So dapat lahat ng bagay na yun is in line also yung ating objectives sa objectives nila or kailang mga missions and visions. Dapat hindi natin nababangga yun. That's why meron tayong tinatawag na public relation officer. Right? Next, the last one on microenvironment is the customers. Yun yung pinakahuli. Pero isa sa pinaka-importanting bagay sa environment ng marketing, our customers. So, take note, customer. On the first na nakalagay sa bullet in your module, consumer markets consist of individuals and households that buy goods and services for personal consumption. From the word consumer, then consumption. So, na-explain ko na sa inyo last time kung anong kaibahan ng customer sa consumer. So, dito sa number 6, which is customer, iniisa-isa natin siya lahat. First one is the consumer market. The second one is the business market. Pag sinabi namang business market, ito yung market na bumibili ng goods or services for further processing, kumbaga for reselling purposes. Kumbaga, for example, from raw materials, ginagawa siyang another product. For example, tela, then ginagawang damit. Ganon. So that's why business market. A basic example lang naman yun siya. And of course, we have lots of examples pa. Reseller market naman is buy goods and services to resell at a profit. So it's very self-explanatory. Then next is the government market, which means, or it consists government agencies that buy goods and services to produce public service or transfer the goods and services to serve who need them. So, we all know naman talaga na ang gobyerno natin, talagang pag namimili sila is bultuhan. That's why our government is part of our customer. For example, may mga calamity, ganon. So, si government automatically bumibili sila ng mga goods, for example, relief goods, mga bigas, mga dilata, or mga noodles, or whatsoever. So, that's why always part talaga yung events sa school supplies, for the office supplies, ganon. So, part pa rin always ang ating government. And the last one is international market. Pag sinabi ng international, ito yung mga buyers from other countries, including consumers, producers, resellers, and the government from the other countries. Kasi nga international na siya. So, those are the things na, or the actors under the micro-environment. I hope it's clear. Again, if you have questions or clarifications, kindly take note silang lahat for our next discussion on Google Meet. Ma-address ko siya sa inyo lahat. Okay? Now, let's proceed with our macro or the forces in the company's macro environment. Kung kanina is micro, ngayon naman is the macro environment. Pag sinabing macro environment, it's the larger societal forces that affect micro environment. So, ibig sabihin, it's a larger societal forces na pwedeng maka-apekto sa microenvironment, yung mga bagay na unang di-discuss natin. So, ulitin ko dito sa macro na i-discuss natin ngayon, ito yung mga bagay na pwedeng maka-apekto doon sa 6 na under sa microenvironment ng marketing. Okay, what are those forces under macroenvironment? First one is our demographic environment. Pag sinabing demographic kasi class, it talks about, or it is the study of the human population in terms of the size, density, location, age, gender, race, occupation, and other statistics. Demography. Bakit siya nasali sa major forces of the company's macro environment? Paano nga ba siya maka-apekto doon sa ating micro environment or sa marketing or sa ating company alone? Simple lang class, kasi bawat demography ng ating customer or each individuals magkakaiba. For example, sa location, sa age, and sa gender. Ang mga bagay na gusto ng lalaki is different from the babae. Ang mga bagay na gusto ng mga nakakatanda is iba from mga mas bata. Right? Yung mga pangailangan ng taga Jensen sa mga pangailangan ng taga Baguio City is magkaiba. That's why it may lead or it would affect our microenvironment or our decision when creating our products and services sa isang company. So, I hope it's clear. Next, number 2 is the economic environment. Pag sinabing economic environment naman, ano naman to siya? It consists of the factors that affect consumer purchasing power and spending patterns. Marketers in all industries are looking for ways to offer today's more financially cautious buyers greater value, just the right combination of product quality and good service for fair price. Pag sinabi economic environment naman, class, of course, we need to assess the economy of each location. Kasi hindi man pwedeng mag-offer tayo ng mga products and services na suitable lang para sa class A at class B ng mga customer. So kasi we have different classifications of customer. Then bawat classification ng customer may kanya-kanyang tawag nito, financial stability na tinatawag. In short, may mayaman, may hirap, may saktong yaman lang, ganon. Then for example, from different countries, may mga first world country, may mga ganon, may mga third world countries, ganon. So we need to consider the economic environment of each location when deciding or when deciding to create products or services to offer to our customers. Next is the natural environment. Pag sinabing in natural environment, it involves the natural resources that are needed as inputs by marketers or that are affected by marketing activities. Okay, for example, class, sa natural environment, for our recent situation today, so we have pandemic, we have COVID-19 and all. Kung na-observe din nyo, naapektuhan talaga yung ating production. Kung, for example, nung month of June, supposedly, pag month of June talaga is punuan na yung mall because alam natin na bilihan na ng mga school supply and all. Pero what happened right now is wala, diba? Kasi nga, na-delimit yung ating movement, na-delimit yung pagbili ng mga tao and all. Pero, on the other side, may ibang industry namang umusbong. For example, our food industry, kasi nga they are necessity ng bawat isa. Kumbaga, ganon. Kumbaga, kung ano yung napapanahon na nangyayari sa ating natural environment, which is we need to study, we need to observe, kasi nga, doon nagbe-base tayo sa ating mga products na in-offer sa ating customers. Right? I hope you get the point. The natural environment. Okay. Next is, of course, the technological environment. Okay. It talks about our technology. Hindi naman pwede, class, na andito na tayo, we are year 2020, but of course, our standard nasa year 1980 pa. So we need to adapt the changes or the technological changes na nangyayari sa mundo. Kung noon, usong-uso ang beeper, kung natatandaan niyo pa yung beeper, it's a messaging device na kapag may nagpapadala ng mensahe, parang straight line lang siya and all. Kung ganun yung uso. But of course, because of our technology, nag-i-evolve din siya. So nagkaroon natin ng mga smartphones and all. So, do you think sa panahon ngayon na meron na yung mga Android phones and whatsoever, mananatili pa rin tayo sa beeper or whatsoever, yung mga cellphones na mga outdated? Of course, hindi na. From typewriter to computers, right? From kariton to mga sasakyan na ng mga modernized na ngayon. From manual to automatic, ganon. From escalator to elevator, ganong mga bagay, class. From electric fan to aircon. So we need to adopt the changes of our technology for us to know kung ano yung mga bagay na pwede nating i-offer sa ating target customer. Okay? Next one is, of course, the political and social environment, and the last one is the cultural environment. So inisa ko na lang silang lahat. Because, class, pag sinabing political rather and social environment, it talks about the laws of the government, which is very imperative na dapat alam natin yung mga guidelines na dapat sinusunod sa bawat countries, sa bawat localities. Kasi may iba't ibang batas yan di ba? From one country to another country. Kasi ang tendency baka nag-offer tayo ng kitong product in which bawal for that certain country, for that certain locality, for that certain place. So that's why we need to be aware of the political and the social environment of or yun, the political and social environment before creating or deciding to create a product or services. Along the way with the political and social environment is of course, huwag natin kalimutan yung tinatawag na cultural environment, which is important also. Mga different cultures from one place to another place. Institution and other forces that affect society's basic values, perceptions, preference, and behavior. If you have your consumer behavior na subject, I'm pretty sure na madidiscuss din yun to about the cultural environment. Kasi nga, we have different cultures na sinusunod from one place to another place to another place. From one tribe to another tribe to another tribe. So we have different perceptions, we have different preferences, we have different behaviors or buying behaviors. So we also have different values. That's why if as a marketer class, so we need to be cautious with the consumer behavior. Kasi nga, dapat ina-assess natin yon for us to know kung tama ba yung produkto or services na in-offer natin sa kanilang lahat. Alright? So, sige lang. Later on, sa ating mga susunod pa mga discussion, let's dig deeper. As of now, mga hapyaw-hapyaw lang muna kasi I'm pretty sure on the next modules that we have for this subject, mas mababroaden natin yung explanation sa regarding these things. Alright? So, as of this moment, yun lang muna for our discussion. So, medyo mahaba-haba, pero dalawang bagay lang yun. It's the micro and the macro environment of company, or this is the actors or the forces of the macro and micro environment of each company. So again, if you have any questions, please take notes sila lahat para ma-address ko sila for our Google meeting next week. And of course, please take time to review your notes, read and comprehend from time to time so that tulungan lang tayo class. It's a give and take process. So without further ado, that's all for today. Have a great day and of course, keep safe everyone.